Hey everybody, Chuck here again. In this video, we're going to look at the manufacturing decisions here. What you are seeing on the screen here is similar to what we see before. Is white is your previous quarter, and in yellow is what your decisions are for this quarter. Some things on the screen here to show you if we go back to previous rounds. You can see what the decisions were from previous rounds. If you go back, let me jump down to additional reports for a moment here. If you look at where we're at for the finished goods report, you can see also here is your production numbers, and we'll get to postponement in just a sec here, but you can verify numbers here. You can also go back to, I believe it's the other decision variables, which should confirm the same thing as well. That says here's what was manufactured at for each of the products as well. So going back to quarter six here, where we make our decisions, let me come to manufacturing. So the decisions you've actually got three, maybe four decisions when it comes around here. One is the normal total production that you want to build for each of the products. If you notice, we do carry over the forecasted demand here. So you've got units to produce this quarter. We also have the emergency production reserve, so extra units to cover unexpected demand. So intellectually, I suppose you could argue on some levels a little bit like safety stock, and then sudden spikes in demand or surge capacity. So you could put numbers in for each. Keep in mind what you build. You also may run into some, warranties and replacements for things like that too. So you got to keep that in mind as you're going through it. So you'll do that for both the smart home assistant as a whole and smart thermostat as a whole. On the right side, we're also tackling the idea of postponement. And if you all remember postponement from your classes, where you build a common product part way, send it out closer towards the customer to work centers and distribution centers closer to the customer where you'll do the finishing work. So you have to keep this into mind also as you're building. This is kind of your chance to be able to deal with, variation of demand at the end result and be able to deal with it this way. I would encourage a couple things. Number one, go back and reread the manual because it's got great teaching in there and great data to help you in the process. Number two, we've got it in the kind of the quick cheat sheet notes and everything, but I want to mention it here. One of the big differentiators besides the control unit and the audio module is the motherboard itself. While the motherboard is in both units, you can't build any more than what you have motherboards for. So if you try to build 300,000 and you've only got 250,000 motherboards, that's all you're going to be able to build. Okay? Is the 250,000. The other thing that sneaks in here also, probably could tie it back to procurement. We do make notes around it everywhere else, but I'll mention it here because it's more appropriate here, perhaps. Back in procurement, well, everything comes in the quarter you order it, except for motherboards. Okay? The motherboards you order now in quarter six won't be available to use until quarter seven. So the motherboards you have available to work with are the quantities that you purchased and had available back in quarter five. So motherboards, you always have to be working a period out ahead in the conversation. And that does become very important if you find yourself in a situation where your demand is growing and you're not looking out ahead. That's got some serious ramifications for it. So this is where you put in all your numbers here, and then when you're complete, you would hit your submit manufacturing numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to plug in some numbers here so you can see it. We hit submit manufacturing. And if it says manufacturing data saved, I had enough motherboards at the same time. So that's manufacturing for you.